Hey, what's up? It's your boy Serrano. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be taking a look at a company called HMD, which makes the HMD Skyline. It comes in neon pink, blue topaz, and twisted black, but HMD actually stands for Human Mobile Devices, which is a company that actually manufactures phones and produces them under the Nokia brand. So we're going to be taking a look at the premium device in this, lineup from HMD. And so this is going to be the best phone that you could pick up when it comes to all the features that it's going to offer, because it's going to be their flagship when it comes to all of the other ones that they produce. So make sure you guys stay locked into the end of the video. If you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through if you're new. But if you're already a part of the crew, Alright, so we're actually looking at a phone that's actually in the mid-range kind of budget category, around $499. During the Black Friday, I was actually able to get it for $399, so it was a really solid deal because it was $100 off. But it has 100% aluminum, recycled aluminum as far as the body on here. Like, talking battery, it's gonna give you a 4600 milliampere hour replaceable battery, which is also cool. It has wireless sharing, so you could charge other devices as well at 5 watts. You also have 33 watts fast charging and 15 watts wireless charging on here, so really good stuff. They also promise 48 hours of battery on this device, 256 gigabytes with 8 gigabytes of RAM and 8 gigabytes of extended memory, 144 hertz refresh rate, as well as 120 and 60. So you can actually customize the quick button on the side, and it does have a lot of camera modes on here too. So let's talk cameras a little bit. So when it comes to this device, it's going to be packing some pretty decent and capable cameras as far as the imaging. So you're getting hybrid OIS and EIS. So that means that you're going to get the optical and the electronic image stabilization, along with portrait mode, night mode, AI portrait, ultra wide angle, as well as telephoto on here. You also can get 4K recording, and it's also going to give you spatial audio with the Ozo capability that actually reduces wind with the noise cancellation on here. Now, as far as the 108 megapixel main camera, it does a pretty good job. Especially I like the wheel that it uses to zoom in when you're actually trying to get close up to objects. It's very easy to basically scroll on the wheel that it offers for the zoom. So you actually have up to 4 times telephoto, where you can get really clear close up, and then after that it's just going to be a little bit pixelated, but it looks really good when taking photos on here. It does have extremely good accuracy as far as overall color science. And so what I did notice is that every environment that I was in, it mainly depicted it just how I had seen it in, by the naked eye. So yeah, it had some really good features on this camera that you could play around with. You have a lot of different modes to choose from. One of the modes that you're going to be looking at right now is the slow motion mode, which allows you to capture that really slow effect when you're looking at water or moving objects that are it gives you an illusion that you're actually slowing down time. So I definitely like that feature. Still photography on this camera was pretty nice. If you had like a really decent object in front of you, it would capture it without any issues whatsoever. And so for the most part, it was going to be a good shot pretty much 90% of the time. Now, when it comes to support on devices, many devices don't get support when it comes to this price point after 1 year or maybe even less. But, you know, for this price, I definitely think that this device is going to get some pretty decent support. I think, you know, HMD is going to mainly focus on supporting this device up to at least 3 years. They did make a promise that they would give the HMD Skyline 3 years of security updates, and then, you know, 2 years of OS updates, so that, you know, this can actually reach Android 16. So, you know, right now it was launched with Android 14, and everything is, you know, running really fluent on here. I really can't complain for the most part. It has really good connectivity to the internet. It also does have really good connectivity for Bluetooth. You know, you get Bluetooth 5.2, you get, you know, dual speakers on here as well. You get expansion with the SD card slot, so you can actually get up to 512 gigabytes extra externally, which is going to be pretty crazy. It's going to take this device to the next level. All right, so for many people who are actually looking at this smartphone, and a lot of ideas are circulating in your head as to why you should pick this one up versus anything else in the same price point, I definitely think this one is actually a unique offering, especially because you can actually add 512 gigabytes with the SD card slot inside of here. It's going to have, you know, 100% recycled aluminum as far as the materials, 4K on 30 on the front and rear, with really good cameras. So you get a telephoto, you get a wide angle camera on this device. So there's no sacrifices when it comes to the lenses. It's going to give you really good quality. It also has customized power button with the fingerprint sensor and the volume up and down, and, you know, custom side buttons on here too. It has all your sensors, the 6-axis G sensor. It also does have the accelerometer, the ambient light sensor, barometer, e-compass, and proximity sensor. And so you're getting 33 watts fast charge on here as well. 2 microphones, 2 speakers that have really good quality, with the Qualcomm adaptive audio for robust, low latency, and high resolution as far as Bluetooth audio, and then the Ozo audio playback for recording. So jam-packed features, the Snapdragon 7S Gen 2 as well. This device is going to have a pretty good battery life overall. So, you know, most of the time I was able to get up to, you know, 9 hours battery screen on time. And so, you know, that's a lot of screen on time in one day. So, you know, that's more than enough, more than you would pretty much need in one day of screen on time. Most people on average should probably be using less than 5 hours screen on time. So I definitely think this device is going to actually, you know, stand out when it comes to, you know, battery performance. You're not going to have to worry about getting through one full day with this device. It's going to be pretty easy to get through one full day. It also does have an ultra steady mode as far as the recording on, you know, video on here. One complaint that I do want to throw out there is that when you do record in video mode on this device at 1x, you know, 1x or whatever, you can't zoom in when you have it recording at 1x. Obviously you can do that on this mode right here, which is the dual screen mode. So you zoom in when you record in dual mode, but when you just have the phone in 1x and try to, you know, record it, it won't let you zoom in unless you're actually in the 2x mode. So, you know, that's just kind of one thing that kind of irritated me a little bit, because, you know, I was started recording, then I realized I couldn't zoom in on whatever I was looking at. So that it was a little frustrating. Hopefully they could fix that with an update. But for the most part, the video looked absolutely incredible when it came to the detail. It looked very sharp. When I zoomed in all the way into the subject, I was actually surprised at what I was able to see from the distance that I was actually recording at. So it was kind of, you know, crazy to think about, especially for the price of this device. So you're actually going to get a pretty good range when it comes to zooming in. You also do to get that shortcut key I have set to the flashlight. I also have it set to my Spotify when I long press it. So double clicking it will get my flashlight and long pressing it will get the Spotify. But this device does have a ton of features packed inside of here, baked inside of here, that like astrophotography, which will allow you to, you know, take pictures of the sky at night, and you can capture that too. You also have nighttime mode. You have several different modes in the camera, which make this device really fun to play around with. You have some really good zoom capabilities on here. You know, if you want to get really close up and kind of just peek into what you're looking at. But you could play around with the cameras a lot, and, you know, just basically you know, get lost into some of the features that you, with the 20 times zoom, you can get some very, you know, delicate detail, and you could basically see things that you wouldn't be able to see if you didn't have this phone camera, you know, with you. And so, yeah, definitely thought that was going to be pretty crazy. I also did like the stability of the camera. And this phone does pack, not only does it pack features in the camera, it has a lot of features outside the camera as well. It has several different features that allow you to interact with the world, but also disengage from the world, like digital detox. So I don't really need that feature, because like if I feel like I'm using my phone too much, I'll just put it down. But this feature is pretty useful for people who want to allow their phone to actually, you know, disable certain permissions on there, so you can actually tell your phone not to receive phone calls or not to receive notifications from certain apps, and it will give you that separation from the world so that you can kind of just focus on everything that's going on around you. But yeah, for the most part, after 2 weeks, I think this phone is pretty solid. It has a really good performance. Cameras are really good. Battery is crazy. And also the features on here are really solid. But let me know what you guys think about the HMD Skyline. And if you're still here, just type down below in the comment section, I'm still here, so I know you're still kicking it with me. And I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we can get this video out to more people and help boost the engagement. I'll hit you back. I'll check you guys later. Peace. Later, crew.